Trump got up, took off his microphone, and walked out. That was the end of his Meet the Press interview with NBC's Kristen Welker, which aired on Sunday. The two had been talking on a farm in Wisconsin, covering the war in Iran, interest rates, and a fund Trump wants the Congress to approve. Then it turned to the 2020 elections. Welker asked him for evidence to back his claim that the vote was rigged. He did not offer any. Instead, he said it was happening again, this time in California's primary. She pressed, he pushed back, and then it came apart.
Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
you play right into their hands.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid. You play right into their hands with this rap. You know that these elections are rigged. Your network knows that they're rigged. You know that I won an election in a landslide, and I got 94% bad press.
But Mr. President,
you know why I got that? Because you have no credibility.
But you've never presented evidence that it was rigged. Let's keep talking about, I want to talk about Todd.
You have more evidence. There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
your
about
elections in this country. We're like a third world country. Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC and CBS and CNN. You're one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain with you.
I know.
I've sat in the rain with you for an hour, on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press because you know what? A country can never be great with a dishonest.
Listen, we traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
So what lit the fuse wasn't only the election. Welker had also been pressing him on a fund worth roughly $1.8 billion. Trump wants it to compensate people he says were unfairly prosecuted under Joe Biden, including some convicted over the January 6th Capitol attack. He told Welker he'd be disappointed if Congress didn't pass it, saying lives had been destroyed. His acting attorney general had earlier said the plan was halted. This wasn't the first time the two have sat across from each other. Welker had moderated Trump's 2020 debate with Biden and spent years covering the White House. This time, though, the interview simply ended early, with the president walking off in the middle of a question. The man leading one of India's newest protest movements has a blunt message. The Hindu-Muslim debate does not put food on the table. Abhijit Deepke, who heads the Cockroach Janata Party, spoke to reporters in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar on Sunday, a day after his sit-in at Delhi's Jantar Mantar. His main point was jobs.